Whiny Bozo.
Yo, it's the future in you now.
Yo, it's some dash.
Hey man, this is Heat Hustle, man.
Yo, what up? It's TZ 9 times 10, the problem child. Tune in to GFG TV. Be normal.
You're now tuned in to GFG TV.
As you tuned in to GFG TV, you know what it is, man.
And you tune in to GFG, you know what I'm saying, TV. Tap in.
You're now tuned in with GFG TV.
West YouTube, it's your boy Big Ray West. You tuned in to GFG TV.
Hey yo, this Naj, and you tuned in to GFG TV. Let's go.
Coming in on that a little bit, we were talking about the battles thing, but before we get too deep into that, because we will go into your battles here in a moment.
Okay.
But what do you think about the versus battles?
Like the ones that they've been doing?
Yeah.
Fire. It gives our generation like a last hurrah until music changes, like in a way big different aspect.
Yeah.
So we get to see Dipset and the Locks going with, it's like, you know, that gives us, that takes us back down memory lane. It's like when our family, our older folks, they used to sit there watch reruns of Soul Train.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it gave them like, oh man, I remember this episode with Don Cornelius and you know, and it gave them something. So the verses for us is like, that's the same aspect we get from that. It's like a big ass Soul Train, but you got two different big groups we grew up on, going hit for hit.
And what's crazy is that those are, you know what I mean? That's conversations that have been held between people for years, that finally get to be played out on, you know, for public viewing. Like, that's things that you never thought. Like, tell me in early 2000s, or even, you know, go from the late 90s to the late 2000s that we were going to have something along those lines. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I probably wouldn't have believed you at the time.
Yeah.
But seeing it play out has been dope. I agree with you. It's dope. And you kind of spoke about our generation and then the tides thing, but what do you think, just as your perspective, is the disconnect between young rappers and old rappers here in Des Moines, and if any?
Here in Des Moines, young rappers and old rappers. Young rappers, they understand the digital age a lot better. They're all social media savvy. They love putting out content. Those older ones reference Jay-Z's line, when I was selling Instagrams, the last thing you wanted was your picture snapped.
Yeah.
So we came from an era where it's just like, nah, we ain't trying to be on cam like that, you know, and this and that, we don't do this, we don't do that. There's certain ways, there's certain principles we stood on, and the principles that the younger folks stand on is like, oh no, we got to get it, so we got to show it. We got to show it. We got it now, so let's show it. Let's show it. We live fast. We live life fast. We got to show everything. We got to show everything, and then comes into creating content. So they're on TikTok. They're going to dropping videos here and there and doing this and doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's a rapid world for them. Us older ones, we it was a slow grind because we didn't have the aspect of all that. It's easier for these younger ones to get on.
Yeah,
we got to put out videos. We just got to do this. We got to do that. So they'll put out 10 videos a month. Because it gains, you get the visuals, the views much quicker.
Yeah.
Much quicker, you know. So.
And they on there like crazy, and I don't know. I know I lack there, you know, social media side. I know that that's not even like something I enjoy doing.
Yeah, that's my downfall on a lot of things.
Yeah.
I'm not really social
and I'm
media
not.
active.
I would say if anything, I have, especially at Facebook, it lacked the positivity, and it lacked the support, in my opinion. Facebook fell off for supporting artists as they classified them as business, and then they blacklisted. You know what I mean? And anybody that creates a page, I feel like it's just a blacklisted page that just can't get the traffic because they want you to pay.
Yeah.
They want you to put money in, and if you're not putting money in, they're gonna hide your shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you know, there's nothing organic about that. You know, that's just paid sponsorship. If anything, you're just paying for a service there.
And that's why now what makes Instagram and TikTok and Twitter so much more valuable, because it's such a broader thing, and they're not gonna blacklist you. You just can literally make a page and start and just like everybody or follow everybody, and you're gonna get about 20% of follows back. So if you go like 200 pages, you're gonna get at least some of that back. And so the more you do, you're gonna get those follow back. So you can go from, you'll have 20,000 followers or following 20,000 people, and then have 15,000 following you back, or 10,000 following you back, and just because you hit follow.
Yeah.
And then all it takes is how vast it is on, especially on Twitter, is somebody just to share it, and then you'll get 500, 600 likes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like, and then you taking that, and then you adding in your TikTok, and then boom, you're getting millions of likes off of TikTok. So it's like, it's gonna circulate better in that aspect because it's more valuable. Facebook stands on an old principle still.
It does.
It's the advanced MySpace, but it's not gonna transpire into what Twitter and all the other ones are gonna do.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, and that's, I don't want to say I've balanced even, like, do I even keep a Facebook at this point? But the reasons that I have is business, I guess, related, and that's the only reason I haven't killed off Facebook on that side. But I have not felt any sort, like, I did some testing on there as far as, reach and things like that, and paying for certain things and checking and seeing the return on, what you would do. And it just felt like you're speaking to a bunch of nothing. Even the likes that would come on it wasn't from my, my specific group that I was even trying to target, I felt like it was like bot, it was like you paid for some bot likes.
Right.
That's what I felt like. I was like, this doesn't feel organic. There's nobody that I know or care about that like that, and it's not that I don't care about those people that liked it because they just seen it and they enjoyed it, you know what I mean? Thank you, I appreciate that. That is organic. But at the same time, it felt disconnected.
Right.
Whereas I would agree that currently, even with TikTok, you could go on that route, that's way more connected.
Mm-hmm.
There's people that, honest to God, you're getting real follow, you're getting real people enjoying your content, and people are getting recognized off short clips. Again, just like it was Vine, you know what I mean? I feel like it's an advanced Vine with a better social connection.
Yeah, definitely. Like my son, he just got a TikTok. He's at it for not even a month, and he's celebrating his 200 follow mark.
Wow.
And I'm like, he ain't barely got anything on there. I'm like, hey, they really on there like that?
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's a big network, and some of the other, and connecting those, that is a great place to connect people to your Twitch streams or your YouTube, your YouTube channel or whatever you're doing at that time. It is a good place, and even connecting it back with like Snapchat and stuff along those things. Moving a little bit forward, like we spoke about the versus battle. Who do you think won the Bone Thugs and 3-6?
I actually didn't get to watch that yet.
You ain't seen that one?
I seen the commotion, but I haven't had a chance to sit back and watch that yet. I'm kind of about the last verses I actually sat back and watched was the Dipset and Locks, and then before then was the Jeezy and Gucci one.
Okay.
I think I don't know. I gotta. For me, it's like I gotta be doing something that just involves me just to be able to listen, but I can move around. For me to actually sit down and listen to it, like I don't really watch them or anything, but that one's one I definitely wanted to go back in because I'm definitely a Bone Thugs fan. More of a Bone Thugs fan than 3-6, just because I think that's that Midwest stuff. So, but I'm not. So I wouldn't be 100% sure yet.
Okay. What about some favorite battle rappers, local and national?
Local, Show, Crazy, Prophelinni, DJ the Capo. Nationally, Daylight, Sue Surf, Rum Nitty, Geechee Gotti, Arsenal. My all-time favorite battler is Ill Will.
Ill Will. He's dope.
And there's a lot of battlers now. So
Yes.
that world's it's up right now with them. It's up with them crazy right now. So
There's a big audience there. And, I can honestly say we've seen it coming. Because there's been that, talent pool there of raw entertainment for a long time. And to see it get its light is dope.
I mean, it's getting crazy, like to where you got battle rappers, they're in shows. They're getting spots in movies. They're doing skits. They're getting commercials on ESPN. You know, and it's like
That's
they
crazy.
just opened up a door, and then you starting to see like the showmanship that they show. It shows like, well, if they're acting on stage, they can act in a movie. If they're vocal about this, they're vocal about that. You know, like they have opinions. You know, so it's like it's taking who they are and actually showing a lot of other avenues besides them just on stage disrespecting each other. You know what I'm saying? It's taking it to whole new levels. Like they just opened up what they say, hey, they let the battle rappers in the door.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And there's money there.
Yeah. Big
That's
money.
a big thing. When there's money, talent follows it. You know what I mean? And anybody that's that good at their craft, and these people have been doing a lot of this for a long time, and some people not as long, you know, but their passion for it's big, you know. And I don't know how long Geechee's been doing. I think he was fresh out of prison, what, like 5-6 years ago. I don't know.
Yeah, and he's
He went wild.
3-time champion of the year.
Wow. Geechee, I was a super fan of Geechee like 2 years ago. And he is like ridiculous. That dude's dope. It's
Very
cool
dope.
to see him that full fruition, you know, see the spectrum of his talent, because
Yeah.
he's crazy.
Yeah.
And his penmanship and his showmanship's pretty dope.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
It is, definitely.
Oh, Geechee. I first seen him on Ruin Your Day,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and it was after one of his battles. I was one of his first ones that I even heard of, but I seen him on Ruin Your Day, because I'm a big fan, you know, of the whole cinema side of it, you know, obviously, so that's why I follow, you know, the cinematographers of the battle rap world, you know, we all know who they are, but it's pretty dope to see where he's at now. Talk about your first battle rap. How'd you get into battle rap?
You said back in high school, me and P, we used to just battle each other, to write each other's iron sharpen iron. So we just do that all the time. And then the first time I actually battled somebody was me and Showtime. And it was just, I don't know, we just was talking, I think I went into he's a wrestler, and I went into the wrestling room after school one day, and we was just talking shit, and we got to talking about whatever, so we was like, all right, bet we'll battle tomorrow. And went the next day and battled. I definitely won. Yeah, we'll both say that. Like he had me nervous, but yeah, I definitely won. So that'd be like the first time I actually like battled. There's like no camera or nothing. It's just one of them like you had to been there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I actually heard about that before. I can't remember if it was, I think maybe at the event, one of the first events I met you at, I think because Showtime was there, and we were talking about, I think it was right after his first battle, right after Show's first battle. Was his first battle Mac Patty as well?
yeah.
Yeah.
We both had the same, like, and then getting on stage to actually battle, Mac Patty was my first, and I was after Show battled him.
Shout out Mac Patty, by the way.
Mac Patty's nice, man.
He's
Y'all better
great.
quit playing with Mac. Him and he bring the paddy wagon with him.
Yeah, the paddy
he got
wagon,
an
bro. You gotta be
entourage with
careful,
him, boy.
bro.
Yeah, don't go play with that boy.
That man knows people, though. That man knows
Play
people.
with that boy, man.
So more recently, you just had a battle with Andre Davis.
Yes,
Can you talk a little bit more about that?
man. He's nice, and he's definitely an up and comer who literally like had it all right off the rip. You know, and I ain't gonna lie, it seemed like a lot of them vets was nervous. And he's open book, like, nah, I'll battle anybody. So I just watched him, my first time seeing him live was he had battled Grady. And I was like, I'm gonna battle you. And he was just like, man, we'll let Crazy know. I'm like, all right, bet. And then I think I had that event I was supposed to battle too, but the person didn't show up. And then I think then I don't know, it just kind of got prolonged. It didn't happen. And then I was getting some other battlers to come up, and then all of a sudden they just started ducking me. So for like 3 years, nobody wanted to battle me. They would say yes and then stop acting crazy. And then so Xavier Dead popped up, and then so he was hungry for the battle. So I'm like, yeah, put him on the plate. Battled him, got him the fuck out of there, you know. But he fire dude, but beat him. And then seen Andre battle Requiem, talked about it again. Like, so we gonna do that still? He's like, yeah, I'm with it. All right, bet, let's do it. And Crazy got it in line, and then so went toe to toe. You know, I do feel I won. Just because, you know, certain aspects that I would see that where I could tell you're still new to this.
Yeah.
And I made sure to go for those points. So I knew what his Achilles heel was. And so I went for those points. And so, but dope battle. Like he's gonna challenge anybody who steps up to him. Yeah, I definitely want to see him get out of state and really get some other experiences.
He's got a few battles in now around here.
I'm sorry.
I heard he has like 3 battles. Is that what you said?
This Grady. I think I'm his 4th. Yeah, so I was his 4th battle.
Oh.
So and then it's like almost like a trip down memory lane, because the hype he had was almost similar to the same hype I had when I first came in, and then I had to go against Hungry, which was an animal.
Tough battle.
And it was like, then battling him, it was like almost the same thing. He attacked my Achilles heel and beat me in that aspect.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, so it's almost like a reverse where I was on the other end of that now,
There you go.
and got to show somebody and just show somebody something different. But at the same time, when I battle anybody, yeah, it's like yeah, I want to beat you in the moment, but I want to make you better. You know what I'm saying? I want to make you immortal. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna attack those points. So anybody else who tries to tackle me, you got the defense for it now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, those points are already crossed. That's a big thing in battle rap. So knowing your own weaknesses. Talk about your relationship with Prophelinni.
it's my dude, man. I just actually was on the phone with him for like 3 hours the other day. He get ready for his battle. He should be up there in Brooklyn right now, spending me his rounds and stuff, man. He's somebody who definitely I learned a lot from when it came from battling and stuff. We actually met, the first time we met was I was supposed to have a session with Jay Foster, and I go open the door and here comes Jay, and then Prophelinni's right behind him. And then so we just kind of got close after that, you know. And then so anytime he's getting ready for any battle, pretty much I think damn near every battle, I sit down and I spar with him, whether it's person to person or over the phone. You know, I sit down and I spar with him and hear him. And a lot of the thing, I don't need to help him on anything, but just a lot of it just to hear it out, you know. And he knows I give him an honest opinion about this or that, you know. So yeah, he definitely became somebody who was close, and taught me a lot and showed me a lot when it comes to battling too.
I don't want to say he is, I want to say he has the craziest drive out of anybody I think I've ever met.
Man.
That you get in that way of that man, you are going.
I'm talking.
You in some problems.
Hey,
that man got drive, dog.
Hey,
He's gonna drive right on over your
I'm
ass.
talking. we sitting in the studio, man, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. We both like this, hunched over. Then, all right, bro, come on, hey, let me do this round again one more time. All right, get up, you get to going again 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Just spar, just going over and over and over. I think there was a time where like he came through like about 6 in the afternoon, and then all of a sudden when he left, it was daylight, and we could just sparring, just going through. And then like a lot of things too, it's just not battle rap. We'll sit there, like we'll go through things, and then we might sit down and chop it up just about anything for about 2-3 hours, and start sparring again, and then sit down, chop it up, start sparring again, and then be hunched over, half asleep, and then wake back up, you know, and just it's a true friendship. It's a good friendship. You know what I'm saying?
He's a dope dude.
Yeah.
And if you don't understand Prof, it's probably because you haven't seen where Prof came from.
Mm-hmm.
And if you understood where Prof came from and where he's at now, he fought for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
There ain't nothing out there that he got handed to him. That man fought for that shit.
Yes, sir.
And it's commendable. It's commendable. It's dope to see him doing this thing. I don't bug him. I don't want to play into the. When I see him, me and Prof shake up.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Shit, y'all need to put a word in, get him on GFG TV.
I'll let him. You know, he be doing interviews on 15 Minutes of Fame with Uncle Rod and them, and so yeah, I'll holler at him. See what's up with him. But yeah, definitely. But yeah, he's definitely. You got to understand where he's been to see why he's where he is, and you know, and it's not there was nothing handed to him at all from him battling, doing 4 3-round battles or no, 4 one-round battles in one day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that took time, it took effort, it took energy, you know, and to see him elevate the way he's elevating, you know what I'm saying, that's nothing but hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, you know what I'm saying, so.
Nice.
And then just seeing his grind and his drive is another inspiration to me on where I know I can go. You know what I'm saying? Just watching it and sitting it, you know, and seeing it, you know, it was just like, you know, we were just having that talk the other day, and I told him, you know, what you're doing is that saying, like, you could lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So I'm just one of them horses that's thirsty. So I'm gonna go get some water.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
so you don't need to, you know, you ain't gotta feed it to me. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It might start off small. It might start off even smaller than that. Then I could get to an ocean where I have too much, and then I gotta find my lane on how much I can really drink.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, so.
Any battles coming up for you?
No, none right now.
Nothing right now. Nothing lined up. You got your battle with Andre has not dropped yet. You said.
Not that I know of yet.
No,
Not yet. I'm just waiting.
So as of filming, it's not out yet, but check out for that. Check the Get You Some page, which that will come out on.
Yeah. Until then, I got my last battle I did last October against Xavier Dead.
Okay.
That one's out, and then I'm still waiting on my Gates of the Garden battle to drop too.
So check out for those. And how they would just Naj NAJ.
Yeah.
NAJ. Check it out. You know, any of the. You said that was at the last battle. Where was that at?
The Gates of the Garden.
Gates of the Garden. There you go. I just wanted to reiterate that part. What are your thoughts on the Astro World disaster, the Travis Scott show?
I think it's a lot of misunderstanding. I don't think it has anything to do. Like, Travis is taking the hit just because it's his thing, but I think it was just completely out of his control.
Promotions type thing, you think? Like the company in charge of the whole thing going on or whatever?
It's like somebody. It's like being in a car accident and somebody has to take fault.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna point it at.
Well, he's the most famous. I mean, he is the target at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I can't say who. I can just say I don't feel it's Travis's fault. I just feel it's a freak accident. And somebody always wants to put you got to find blame somewhere, and it's just like sometimes shit just happens. And yes, it's fucked up, but sometimes shit just happens.
I think a lot of perfect storms, kind of, you know, and disastrous ones. I'm not saying isn't good, obviously, but it happened there. And rest in peace to the people that lost their lives.
Yes,
and
definitely.
And I hope it brings about some more awareness that even throughout, we've all known, we've been to shows, and that, you know, just like his simple things as far as like security and bathrooms and you know, the ability to get in and out of the venue, that shit's not good enough. A lot of the times that shit's dangerous as shit, bro.
You can get fucked up in the bathroom.
Up, you know what I mean? So that, you know, then put a little bit more money and care into the people coming to your show and their safety, and yeah, and it's going to sadly enough come down to the biggest name, you know, and he's going to get a lot of the blame regardless of who was in charge of, you know, even the caring at that point. And, you know, they've made point and they've tried to reference that other people have shut down shows and do that type of thing, and, you know, it's a shame that didn't happen and the lives were lost, but
I think they offered to pay funeral costs.
It reminds me, like, you know, they say it's crazy how history repeats itself. It reminds me of back in the 90s when Diddy threw his party, and all the people, a bunch of people got trampled and everything, you know. And yes, there was some steps that could have been taken to prevent it, but a lot of it was just a freak accident.
freak, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so then it transpires all the way to 2021 where something like that happens again to another star, you know. But yes, it wasn't like nobody, I don't know if it was trampled or what exactly it was.
Squished pretty much. Like.
Yeah, so it's like shit just kind of happens. So it's like you have to really take accountable about how you're doing it and who you're letting people in, how people are getting in and how other things are working, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, still at the end, rest in peace to everybody that lost their life, but you know, sometimes you just gotta look at things and just, instead of trying to point the blame, figure out how to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
I think they're putting too much emphasis on trying to make somebody the blame instead of make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah. I feel like that happens a lot with people trying to drag people out, social media and those type of things. Everybody wants finger, to be pointed somewhere. Everybody needs a definite answer, but yet they want to live in the gray world, but yet they want everything black and white. So sometimes you just don't get that. How about the passing of young Dolph and him being murdered? How'd you hear about that? How'd you feel about that?
I seen it on Instagram. I had just recently tapped in with Dolph. He had that song Penguins. I had heard it he was on the $1 Million Worth of Game episode, and they was playing that song, and I was like, oh, this song's kind of hot. And so I would listen to that, and that's pretty much only the song I really listened to. And then after that, pretty much, he ended up getting killed, which that was senseless. Something like that shouldn't happen. It's crazy how when you get to a certain status, how treacherous your hometown becomes.
Very scary.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like
for any of those big names that are coming up like that. What about the young boy, Little Dirk feud, and over the King Von murder?
Violence sells.
You think that's their payday right now?
Violence sells is you got people like Earth Gang and J. Cole and all them people that speak of different ways and rap different things that don't initially dig into violence that could really uplift things, but they want the people who are beefing, they want that because
conflict.
That's really what got hip hop in the door. Is
conflict
is to just keep pushing that agenda, and it's just like at the end of the day, get y'all's money and go home. Who cares? You have a fan base. Just get your money and go home. You know what I'm saying?
West YouTube, this your boy Big Ray West. You tuned in to GFG TV.